Hi, this is Graham Jeacocke. Now, I'm going to reflect on an incident that happened in my secondary school. Now, my family have been hopeless with this case. My own mum said, well, maybe you deserved it. So that's her opinions made clear. But anyway, so Mr. Doran was my art teacher at Kafkin High School. I was born in 1976. Now, I can't remember what year it was. I mean, I've got year 1, year 2, year 3, or year 4 to choose from. But I can't exactly remember. So I must have been a around 12, 13, 14, 15 years of age. Anyway, it's bizarre because I'm actually a good artist. I make mistakes, but I mean, from what I've drawn, yes, I am good because I'm left-handed. And well, art speaks for itself. I mean, people can deceive and say, no, you're not any good. That's why you have to trust yourself in times. But the point is, when I was at school, I don't think I really had time for art. I mean, I didn't think it was the thing to worry about because I didn't have any skills. You see, my thinking was if I don't have the skills, then I can't be any good at it. And that's what I did all throughout my school term. Anyway, Mr. Doran and I, we never really got on. I mean, it was very difficult because when he was talking, he always joked. And that really put me off because I said, well, he's joking, he's not being serious. And as a 12, 13, 14 year old looking at a teacher that's laughing, you're saying, well, he's not worrying about things. But then he takes a turn for the worse. He goes angry because I say something that he doesn't like. Now, if I said something out of place, like I was angry or I hit out at somebody, he would have recorded it, and the children or my classmates would have said something. They would have laughed, no doubt. Anyway, I guess I said what was on my mind, and he probably didn't like it. Or he knew what my potential was, and because I wasn't taking an interest in art, he was kind of protecting me. He wanted to make me take an interest in art. You see, you don't know how to interpret things. Because no one tells the truth. No one wants to be honest with people. You see, relationships between ages have been lost. There's no love between generations. The young ridicules the old, and the old, I don't know, I can't speak for the old, but I just know what the young do to the old. Anyway, this particular incident, well, I have to explain that I laughed a bit, and he always put me in the front of the class. I remember the desk. He had his desk, and I had my desk, and I was made to sit right in the front of the class doing the things. And even then, I I'm just trying to think back at what it all meant. Anyway, this incident, either I said something or my facial expression really upset him, because he was standing, you know, those metal cabinets in schools or even in offices that you pull out and you put folders in. Well, there was one of those things sitting by his table, and when this interaction happened, he immediately turned his face angry, and then, you know how he did a leg sweep, you know, in I don't know, in judo you have leg sweeps. You move your leg and hit the object, and it rattled, and that's what he did, and he had an angry face. Now, looking back and watching the film Bloodsport, and the remark said, "Oh, you didn't flinch, good fighting spirit." So, that's something positive to come out of all this. But here's the thing. I never retaliated. I never caused any further conflict because I didn't know what to do. But it was interesting, the remarks my classmates, I remember his name, James, I can't remember his second name, but I remember there was a James Snedden, but I can't remember this guy's surname. But anyway, James said to me as we were leaving class, wow, he was really he was really being abusive to you. Basically, that's what he said. I can't remember the exact words, but that's what it amounted to. Now, it's interesting. And as you can imagine, I said things and no one took my side. They always said it was my fault. Now, and what interests me even further, if you move on, when I was working, I had a temporary job working at the opticians. And bizarrely, the same thing happened. With a cabinet, the guy who owned the opticians used his leg and hit out at the cabinet while threateningly looking at me. But I have a gentle nature. Now the thing is, what led to that similar outburst? I'll tell you what led to it. I was a salesperson to sell opticians, and what the female was it an assistant manager or someone below the manager was going through the practices, what I had to do from day to day. I had to ensure the most expensive glasses were shown first. Now, because I've had an upbringing in Christianity, this caused me a bit of conflict, because I immediately thought, well, not every customer is rich and has money. Now, they may want to have access to glasses. Now, to offer the most expensive first is a little bit manipulative. That's what I thought. And this was when I said what my heart felt. I said that to the manager, why I wouldn't do that. And that's why he had to let me go. But before he let me go, he made it known just what it meant. And that's when he lashed out at the cabinet. But here's the thing. My own family never made a they always wanted to say it was how I acted like. It meant, but whatever I did, it was bad. And that made me feel terrible, because maybe this explains why my behaviour can be seen as aggressive, because I'm relying on past experiences of how the potential of what they did to me. And I was saying, well, if my family allows them to do that to me, then I must be allowed some leniency on what I can do. So when I raise my voice, I think I'm well within my rights. But they don't, and that's why my family and I have had a very dicey relationship, because some people in the family have more rights than others. Anyway, I just thought I would upload this video. Not that anybody will watch it. Anyway, enjoy your day.